All right, what up guys? Today we're going to be cleaning an air filter. This is an SF, COBB SF intake. Old one. This is from like early 2010, 2011. This has been in there since 2010 or 2011. It's been cleaned, but it needs cleaned again. So I took it out of here already. I just unbolted it here with the Allen wrench here, Allen key. Took the cover off, got down to the intake here, and put a plastic bag on this intake. I prefer to do this just so no bugs or anything crawl in there while I'm doing work. Pulled out the filter here, and now we're gonna go take this filter and go clean it and then re-oil it. All right, so the fun part now is cleaning this. I have some Purple Power mixed up in here. You can go get this at Walmart, super cheap. I got my filter, I got a bucket, I got a utility sink, and we're just gonna start putting some water in here. You can get these filters wet. You're gonna be drying it before you put it back in the car, right? So get it wet, spray it down inside and out. You can use any all-purpose degreaser on this. You don't have to get a special cleaner. People think you gotta buy like special cleaning kits for these. You can, but all it really is a degreaser. And you can also buy the K&N cleaner kit for these. It doesn't matter, it's all the same. You're gonna spray this down real good. Inside and out, I go all over this thing, and then I try to rinse it from the outside in, so you're not getting particles inside the filter. I don't think it really matters, to be completely honest. It doesn't really matter. Eventually, you can just douse this entire thing in water and clean it up. If you use some high-powered water, like out of your sink here, not high-powered, but a little bit more oomph from your sink, helps a little bit. You can keep spraying it down too, doesn't really matter. Just trying to get her clean. Doesn't need to be perfect. If you've got some bigger debris, you can take a screwdriver in here and get it all out. I already did that before. I don't have anything big in here. But I'm gonna show you what came out of this. This one, I'm not even joking, just cleaned it a couple 100 miles ago because I was dealing with an issue that I had a misfire that I was trying to diagnose. And, oh, we're getting water everywhere. And this is one of the things I checked. And it was not this, by the way. It was coil packs. But, yeah, we should be good here. You can let this sit in here. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with this thing. It's pretty good though. I'll be real, I'm looking at this. This is pretty good. But just with a couple 100 miles, let me show you what came out of this thing. See all that shit? There's a lot of gunk in there. A lot of debris. And this water is supposed to be clear, and it's not. So just a couple 100 miles, literally. So you can imagine over 10,000 miles, 5,000 miles. Honestly, it takes like an hour to do this just because you have to let this dry, right? But it takes about an hour total to do this, maybe less if it's a hot day. You should be doing this basically every oil change or every other oil change, because look at all this grody stuff that comes out of here. Hi, Mira. All right, so as far as drying this thing, this is my little setup. I've just got like a box fan or, big fan. Put the filter in front, like so that the inside is facing outward. You could do the other way too, it doesn't really matter. That's just the way I prefer to do this. And then a grit guard or whatever you can to prop it up. You can use, a bucket, whatever you need to do to prop it up. But this, just let it sit here for like 20 minutes, half hour, make sure it's like totally dry. And the next step after this is gonna be oiling it. All right, so as far as whatever oil you want to use here, this is just the K&N stuff that you get at the auto parts store. I bought this years and years ago because I needed it one day, and this is what they had. I didn't want to wait for like the COBB specific one. Honestly, as long as it's air filter oil, I think you should use air filter oil. Don't use motor oil or some other oil that you have. Get air filter oil. There might be something special about it, but you don't need a specific brand. You don't need COBB's brand for COBB's filters or anything. It's not like you just can't use this on K&N filters. The thing is, this is red, by the way. My filter is blue, so sometimes it turns my filter purple, but it's under the box, so it doesn't really matter. And sometimes if you don't spray a lot of this, I just use a little bit. If you don't spray a lot of it, it's not going to really totally turn it a different color. A lot of times mine stays pretty blue, honestly, so doesn't really matter. Don't overuse this stuff, by the way. You do not want to use a ton of this because your MAF sensor is like right there after the filter, and if you over oil the filter, over time that oil can get onto the MAF sensor. There's like a little wire in there, a very thin wire, and if it coats that, it can throw off the readings, and then the sensor doesn't know how much air is actually coming through there. That's what it's actually measuring. So it doesn't know the volume of air, therefore it gives the ECU some different numbers, parameters. It reports back incorrect readings, basically, and then your car will run all wonky because it'll adjust the air to fuel ratio for something that's not going on. So just make sure, obviously you have to oil the filter. This is supposed to take care of all the smaller particles that are coming in. The larger particles, obviously, like if a fly or an insect gets in there, it's going to get stopped by the actual filter. This is for like very fine dust, debris. It makes it cling to the filter, because if you actually look through the filter, you'll actually see like light through it. You can see through it. Not a lot, but you can see through it. So that's what this is supposed to be there for. That's why I'm doing mine, because the last, like, I don't know, 100 miles or so, like I said, I cleaned it before due to some other maintenance diagnosis that I was doing, and I didn't re-oil it. So that's why I'm doing mine again now a little bit later. Alright, so here's the finished product. I'm just wiping it down a little bit. I gave it another little couple squirts there. Yeah, just kind of get all the residue off the top of this. You're not going to take it off the actual filter. It's supposed to seep into this. It actually didn't even turn it a different color this time. So maybe I didn't use enough, but it's enough. I'm going to go get this back on the car because it's supposed to rain here shortly. And I'd rather have that buttoned up. But yeah, just let it seep in. K&N says to let this sit for about 20 minutes before you like use the car. So you can either let it sit out here or you can let it sit on your car. That's what I'm probably going to do. Yeah, so wait a little bit. I'll probably wait like an hour or more before starting it. So alright, so there you go, all cleaned up, all back in the car. I didn't turn it as red as I thought it was going to be, so I tend to not use a lot of oil on this, to be totally honest. Gotta protect those MAF sensors, so they're kind of expensive. So hopefully this is helpful. If you guys liked it, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.